And as we come on the air, Donald Trump's sudden and high-profile trip to Mexico is shaking up the race for the White House. Trump began his campaign by calling some Mexicans rapists and criminals. But tonight, this image, a handshake with Mexico's president after a trip over the border. Trump now calling Mexican Americans, quote, spectacular and beyond reproach. That meeting in the presidential residence giving the Republican candidate an opportunity to appear as a statesman. And as for the border wall, Trump said they talked about it. So who will pay for it? ABC's John Carl's in Mexico City tonight.
Thank you.
Today, standing next to the president of Mexico, Donald Trump ditched a year's worth of tough talk.
It's been a tremendous honor, and I call you a friend.
That's a huge departure from day one of his campaign.
They are not our friend, believe me.
Accusing Mexico of funneling undocumented immigrants across the border.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Today, I asked Trump if he stands by those words.
Mr. Trump, over the course of this campaign, do you regret some of the things that you have said about Mexico or Mexicans? Really take them back.
A lot of the things I said are very strong, but we have to be strong. We have to say what's happening. There is crime, as you know. There's a lot of crime and there's a lot of problems. I really believe that the president and I will solve those problems.
And what of Trump's signature campaign promise?
Build that wall! Build that wall!
We all know by now who Trump wants to foot the bill.
Who's gonna pay for the wall? 100%.
Would you like to
Today,
take
I
back
asked
some of
both
those?
men about that.
And the wall, is it a non-starter? Is there any chance Mexico pays for the wall?
We did discuss the wall. We didn't discuss payment of the wall. That'll be for a later date. This was a very preliminary meeting.
President Enrique Peña Nieto did not dispute that at the news conference. But later tonight, he tweeted, quote, "At the beginning of the conversation with Donald Trump, I made it clear that Mexico will not pay for the wall." Peña Nieto extended the invitation to Trump and Hillary Clinton just last Friday. Trump's decision to accept so quickly was a total surprise. When we touched down, his schedule was still up in the air.
It's been a whirlwind. We didn't know until about midnight last night that Donald Trump would bring the presidential campaign here to Mexico City.
Trump's harsh words have made him a pariah here in Mexico. Over the past years, protesters have burned him in effigy. Trump Piñata is doing a brisk business. Peña Nieto himself has compared Trump to Hitler and Mussolini. But today, he soft-pedaled too, emphasizing that Mexico will cooperate with whoever wins the election.
The bond between our two countries is deep and sincere.
All of this comes with Trump under fire for waffling on his pledge to deport all 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S.
There certainly can be a softening because we're not looking to hurt people.
Trump promises to clear it all up with a speech tonight in Arizona. The Trump supporters we spoke with there were hoping he would stick it to the Mexican president today.
I'm hoping he's going to tell him we're going to build a wall, you're going to pay for it, you might as well bring your people back and get them busy.
But here in Mexico, Trump certainly didn't do that.
And John Carl joins us tonight from Mexico City. John, this surprise trip was a real gamble for Trump.
It was a big gamble, Tom. Trump could have faced mass protests. He could have been hammered by Mexico's president. But this was a gamble that paid off. Candidate Trump's first meeting with a world leader, and he seemed able to play the part. Tom?
Jonathan Carl for us tonight. John, thank you.